most people are aware of the placebo effect, where people are given a dummy drug or something similar, then have improvement in their medical condition. However, there's also a sociological effect that's similar called the Hawthorne effect. It's named after the Hawthorne works in Illinois, where various studies into productivity of the workers were being assessed. But the term actually wasn't created until 1958, a quarter of a century later, when someone was analysing the results. In the Hawthorne works, they were trying to see if changing the levels of lighting, working hours, or break times had any impact on the productivity of the workers. The effect is most clearly demonstrated with what happened with the lighting, but it happened with break times and the other changes as well. And when the lighting levels for one group were increased, so did the productivity. But with the group that had the lighting levels remain the same, the productivity levels also increased. And a group that had the lighting levels reduced, again, the productivity level increased. And it continued to increase until the lighting levels became so low that they were basically the level of moonlight, and then it was virtually impossible for the work to continue. And then they complained, and the productivity level fell. All of this is pretty strange, but not nearly as strange as what happened next. Once the study had been completed and the workers were no longer part of the study, the productivity rate fell back to where it was before the study started. It leaves us with several questions. First, is the effect actually real, or did something else happen? Next, what might have been the cause of the effect? And finally, how can some companies make use of this effect without alienating the workforce? Well, taking the part about it being real, productivity levels change is certainly beyond question. However, there were an awful lot of other variables in the study which need to be assessed to be certain of the actual results. Now, the theory about how it works is because the individuals in the study felt that being studied, their work and input was being valued by the company. This in turn made them feel better about the relationship with the company, and they were prepared to work harder. However, there may have also been other factors such as relief from an overbearing supervision, receiving positive attention from the people conducting the study, and the possibility of influencing new work procedures in their own company. Like then, if you had a change in management attitude or approach, you could duplicate the results and have an increase in productivity. Now, some of these steps would need to be real, and others would only need to be perceived by the workforce. And strange enough, many of these do appear to be strategies that are used when dealing with children. You can make the workforce feel more involved in the choices that affect their workplace. You can also avoid negative and critical remarks about the workers, instead trying to find positive ways of things to encourage them to say. Also, not hovering over them in case they make a mistake, letting them feel trusted and get on with the job, but also letting them know you're there to help if something goes wrong, and you're not going to blame them for every little mistake. Management might even try to take an increase in productivity by faking some of this. We could take an example of company badges. Now, for instance, say a company wants to increase their badge recognition. They want to have a new badge for the company. Go to a design company to produce a new badge. The company decides that badge. But they then say to the workers, you have a choice of 3 new badges. Which one would you like to choose? And they give them the form and say, tick which one you want. Now, of course, the actual results of the ticking won't influence the decision, but they'll feel like they're being involved. So you can actually manipulate your workers into thinking that they've been involved in the choice of selecting the new badge, therefore feel involved in the company, and their productivity may increase as a result of the Hawthorne effect. So we have the Hawthorne effect, certainly something worth considering, and maybe companies can make use of it, maybe legitimately, or maybe not.